So now we get to the main event, and it's Proud and Powerful versus Best Friends, and they're in a parking lot fight because these two motherfucking teams have had enough of each other. They've been doing this for months at this point.
This solidified that this should have been on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
should
was
have been.
so good, and like it had all the build it needed. I don't think they needed to do 2 more extra weeks of stuff to get to this.
No.
It should have been on the pay-per-view, but I'll take it here because I feel like this was a fucking great way to end the show. Proud and Powerful are in dead president's paint, which I thought was a fucking cool ass look, especially when they started bleeding.
Yes, dude. So much blood in this one. I loved it.
Dude, Trent's back was insane looking.
Yeah, he took that windshield bump like. Oh my God.
Trent put Ortiz under the hood of a car and just started smashing him with it. Then Chuck swantoned it, and then Trent hit his scent on it. I was like, holy fuck. That was just the beginning of the match.
Yeah, that actually looked incredibly painful for everybody involved.
I think Trent also fucked himself up with one of those big pieces of wood that JR, by the way, called a 2x4. This
2x4.
huge fucking plank of wood is a 2x4.
Oh my God, you got the 2x4. It's like as tall as a damn building. Yeah, the 2x4.
Trent like threw it down on Ortiz and it popped up and hit him right in the fucking eye, and he gashed his eye with it.
I was surprised they kept that in.
Yeah, I mean, but
Reminded me of the Al Snow spot. He was fighting in a whatever that was back in WWF. Remember that back in the day? He tried to break it and it came back and hit him in his face.
that probably happened a lot to Al Snow.
Yes, absolutely it did.
Santana was fucking bleeding. Ortiz threw a sledgehammer at Chuck and it went through a windshield, which was pretty cool.
That's
visual.
my ruled. Yeah, that was cool.
I was like,
Santana
holy shit.
found the retractable baton
Oh,
in the car wheel.
not the retractable Tron.
Oh my God, a retractable baton's here.
Chuck got suplexed onto like the hood of a car. Santana splashed him. Trent speared Ortiz through a door. Ortiz fucking brained Trent with a dustpan.
They were trying to figure out what this was. It's like, this is a big ass dustpan.
There was a guardrail propped up onto a car, and Trent suplexed Ortiz onto it. Fucking, this is just so much shit here. Ortiz powerbombed Trent on top of a car. There was a double powerbomb into the windshield, which fucked Trent's back
that
up
was
so crazy.
Sick.
That was like, these dudes did not have to do all this shit, but you could tell they're all out of their fucking mind and wanted to make something special here.
Yeah, and they did. This was awesome, honestly.
Yeah, this fucking rolled. Trent's back was fucked. Chuck is like sitting down like near the back of a car, and I think Santana was just like smacking him around, and
he was
went and got
beating the piss out of him. Like
Dude,
Santana
he was fucking he was like he owed him money. He was beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He went and got a lead pipe and he was walking back to
ding,
Chuck.
Ding, ding,
Ding, yeah, ding, ding. Like he was telling the lies or the truths.
All right, so here's the deal, Santana. We want to get you on Deadlock here because we want to get you in a Deadlock lie detector test.
So he's going to smash Chuck's head in with this, and all of a sudden the trunk opens and Orange Cassidy
He was in there the whole time?
is inside this fucking trunk. And he jumps up, hits him with a punch with a chain around his fist. I thought it was barbed wire at first. I was pretty excited.
That would have been crazy.
But it was not. It was just the chain, which is okay too. Then Chuck fucking hit a pile driver on the hood of the car. Trent hit the crunchy off the top of the truck through like a wooden like fucking thing that was set up in the back of it. Best friends get the win.
That was the perfect finish too, because I mean, while the rest of the shit was really, really cool, the fucking crunchy through the wood in the bed truck was like the cherry on top. Yeah, that was it right there.
Fucking match was so fucking good, dude. I was like blown away by how much I like this. It even sounded like JR actually enjoyed something for once, which says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Would you count this as still a quarantine era?
I think so. I mean, there's fans there, but this was still like there was wrestlers in the back.
It's getting harder for me to include this in quarantine era stuff because, I mean, I guess you could count this since it was cut off, just workers surrounding whatever.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about it the other night when I was watching New Japan. I was like, man, these buildings are pretty full. Like, do I count any of these matches like quarantine era matches anymore? Because like, there's a lot
I get
of
what you're saying.
there.
I think this you could just because it was wrestlers around them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, this is good though. This is one of my favorite matches in a while.
Yeah, fucking this rules. And then the best friends, they're all leaving together, arm in arm, and they walk over, and it's Trent's mom in a brand new van. And they all get inside of the van. Trent hugs his mom. He's all bloody and shit. They say on commentary, she's hugging her bloody son. And then she starts driving off. The van stops. Her head pops out of the window, and she flips him off and drives off. Dude, that was like the perfect fucking
the icing
ending.
On top of the
Dude,
cake
it
right
was
there.
So I don't know whose idea that was, but it was brilliant.
So I watched this late, but I didn't get spoiled for this at all. I didn't get spoiled for any of the parking lot fight at all. So like I legitimately like died like smiling at the end when she stopped the car and threw the middle finger up.
Dude, that was an actual pop for me. Like for real, I loved it.
That was truly that match couldn't have been any better. They did everything they could.
The perfect ending, man.
Yeah,
the middle
really came through.
And that's just something that AEW shines on is when they do stuff outside the ring. I think that's what they're best at.
Yeah,
Even
I agree.
That one time they did a brawl, was it Santana Ortiz and the Young Bucks just randomly backstage? Or no, it was Butcher and Blade, and they were in the Butcher room or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just when they do crazy stuff like that. It's like not even like...
That match ruled too.
Yeah, it's just unexpected, and they always do really good stuff.
But even you look at the Stadium Stampede.
Like,
yeah, that was a fucking all-timer.
Good match too.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of... Actually, this year, as shitty as it's been all around for wrestling, AEW's going to come out on top on a lot of their matches.
Honestly, AEW should have one backstage brawl every week.
I think so. Actually, they're really good at it.
It's always the best stuff. They should just have one just a fight in anywhere that's not in the arena.
Do you remember early on when Orange was just hanging out in random doors?
Orange?
Orange.
He was smoking in the boys' room.
Oh yeah, they did the spot where I think it was like Santana or Ortiz threw one of the Bucks into the bathroom door, and Orange Cassidy was just standing in there.
Yeah. And when they were in I think they were in the trailer one time, and it was the best friends versus the best friends, and Orange was just in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then he went back in the bathroom and
Yes, he's just chilling in there.
That was good. Oh, yeah, that seems like a decade ago. Wow, the best friends versus best friend stuff.
Yeah, that feels like forever ago,
that was beginning of quarantine stuff, yeah.
Wasn't that this year? Yeah.
Yeah. That was like right when they were trying to figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah.
Wow. So that main event was worth watching AEW for this week. Absolutely.
God, absolutely.
Yes, it was.
If you haven't seen that match, go out of your way to see it. It ruled.